In the next 2 years, one of these four people loses their job to artificial intelligence. And it is not the one you think, it is not the person who refuses to use it. Here is a list of everything you did at work last week. Now, watch what happens when we cross off everything an AI can already do in 10 seconds. For most people, almost nothing survives. What is left on that list after the red lines is the only thing standing between you and being replaced. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which of the four types of AI users you are, why three of them are walking straight into a trap, and the single move that pulls you into the one type that actually gets more valuable as AI gets better. Almost everyone measures themselves on the wrong thing. They ask how good they are at AI, how clever their prompts are, how many tools they have open. That is not what decides who survives. The only thing that matters is this one line. On the left, AI does your work for you. On the right, you use AI to do the work of an entire team. On the left, you are being automated. On the right, you are the one automating. Every AI user sits somewhere on this line, and the next 2 years are going to slide everyone toward one end or the other. There is no standing still. So let us find out where you actually are. There are four types. Be honest about which one is you. Type 1, the skeptic. The skeptic has decided AI is overhyped. It is a fad. It is cheating. It makes things up. It will blow over. And to be fair, the skeptic is often the most experienced person in the room. They are genuinely good at their job. That is exactly why they feel safe. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The skeptic is not going to be replaced by AI. They are going to be replaced by a less experienced person who uses AI. The danger was never the machine. It was the colleague who quietly does 3 times the output because they stopped arguing about whether the tool is real. If you have ever caught yourself saying you would rather just do it yourself, this is your type. And it is the quietest kind of risk because everything feels fine right up until it does not. Type 2, the tourist. And this is the one I need you to pay attention to because it feels like the smart place to be. And it is actually the most dangerous. The tourist uses AI every single day. They ask it questions instead of searching. They have it write their emails, summarize their documents, generate their captions and their images. They feel ahead. They feel productive. Here is the trap. Everything the tourist uses AI for is exactly what AI is best at doing on its own. They are not building leverage. They are rehearsing their own replacement. If your entire relationship with AI is asking it to hand you an answer, then you and the AI are competing for the same job, and it works for free. The tourist confuses using AI with being valuable because of AI. Those are opposite things. Most people watching this are tourists, and they think they are safe because they are busy. Busy is not the same as leveraged. So here is the test that cuts through all of it. I call it the red line test. And you can run it on yourself in about 60 seconds. Write down everything you did at work this week. Every task, every meeting, every deliverable. Now, go down the list and draw a red line through anything a good AI could do in 10 seconds with the right instructions. Writing that update, red line. Summarizing that call, red line. Formatting that report, drafting that reply. Pulling that data, red line, red line, red line. For a tourist, almost the whole page turns red. What survives the red lines is your actual career, not your job title, not your years of experience, just the handful of things left standing. And for most people, that list is terrifyingly short right now, which is not a reason to panic. It is a map. Because the entire game from here is simple. Move your value off the red lines and onto the things that cannot be crossed off. If that test just made you a little uncomfortable, good. That feeling is the most useful thing that will happen to you today. It means you are the kind of person who would rather see it coming than pretend it is not there. This channel exists for exactly that person, the one who wants the costly work done for them, tested in the real world before it costs them. If that is you, subscribing is not a favor to me. It is you drawing a line in the ground that says you intend to be on the right end of that axis. Do that now and let us get you there. Because the next two types are the people who stopped being the ones getting automated and started being the ones doing it. Type 3, the operator. This is where the axis flips. The operator stopped asking AI for answers and started giving it work. The difference sounds small and it changes everything. A tourist says, "Write me an email." An operator says, "Here is my inbox, draft replies to everything in this category, in my voice, using these rules, and flag anything that needs me." The operator does not do the task. They design the system that does the task, and then they check it. They automate their reports instead of writing them. They build a workflow once, and it runs 100 times. When you talk to an operator, they do not say AI is amazing. They say, "I have not done that manually in months." That is the tell. The operator has moved most of their week off the red lines because their value is no longer doing the work. It is deciding what the work should be and whether the machine got it right. Type 4, the owner. The owner asks a different question than everyone below them. Not, "How do I get AI to do this task?" but, "What can I build with AI that keeps working when I close the laptop?" The owner builds assets, agents that run without them, products that ship while they sleep, systems that make money or make progress at 3 in the morning with nobody watching. A tourist trades minutes for answers. An operator trades one workflow for 100 hours. An owner builds something once that compounds for years. And here is the part that changes everything. The owner is not afraid of AI getting better because every improvement to the model is a free upgrade to everything they have already built. That is the whole secret. At the top of this line, AI stops being a threat to your job and becomes an army that works for you. The owner does not have a job that can be automated because their job is deciding what to automate. So, which one keeps their job in 2 years? Here is the honest answer, and it is not a threat, it is a pattern. The skeptic and the tourist are both on the left side of the line, doing work the machine is rapidly learning to do for free. One is ignoring it and one is feeding it. But both are competing with the thing instead of commanding it. The operator and the owner moved their value to the one place a model cannot follow them: judgment, taste, deciding what actually matters, and being accountable for the outcome. 2 years from now, the job that survives is not a list of tasks, it is ownership of a result. The people who thrive will not be the ones who used AI the most. They will be the ones who used it to stop being the person doing the task. You do not jump from the bottom to the top. You take the next rung, and there is exactly one move for each. If you are a skeptic, your move is to stop debating and pick one task you do every week and hand it to AI badly. Badly is fine. The point is just to break the spell. If you are a tourist, your move is to stop asking for answers and start giving instructions. Take one thing you keep asking AI to do and turn it into a repeatable system with your rules baked in. If you are an operator, your move is to build one thing that runs without you starting it: a scheduled agent, an automation that triggers itself, one asset that works while you are away. And if you are an owner, you already know. You go wider: more agents, more systems, more leverage, until your output stops looking like a person and starts looking like a company. One move. That is all the next rung ever is. So run the red line test tonight. Find out how much of your week turns red. Then pick your one move and take the next rung. Because the gap between these four types is about to become the gap between the people AI works for and the people who work for AI. If you want the shortcut, I built a free companion for this video: the full 4 type map, the red line test worksheet, and the exact upgrade move for your type with the templates to run it. Comment the word red line and I will send it to you. or grab it at hyperautomationlabs.kaiko/free/redline. And if you are ready to actually become an operator, the fastest on ramp is Claude Code, the tool I use to build almost everything you have seen on this channel. My Claude Code guide for beginners walks you from zero to your first automated system. And there are separate guides for OpenAI Codex, for AI sales work, and a certification prep kit. Everything is linked below. Subscribe here on YouTube and follow Hyperautomation Labs on Instagram and Facebook because I am testing this future in public. So you do not have to walk into it blind. I will see you on the right end of the line.